And they ask me, it's like, yo, how do you feel about Palestine? And how do you feel, man? Fuck Palestine. Fuck Gaza. How many people from Palestine got asked about the murders that's happening in Philly? How many people in Gaza got asked about the murders that's happening in Harlem? Why do we always get asked how do we feel about other people, but the other people never get asked how do they feel about what we're going through? And if we say something about them, then it's like, oh my God, what is wrong with him? No, fuck all of them. Okay? I'm concerned with my people. I'm concerned with the people that's in Philly, people in Cleveland, people in Ohio, people in Brooklyn. More kids died in Harlem last year than in Palestine. They'll try to erase that and make you feel, no, I'm not desensitized. I love black people. I love people who look like me. I'm not here to, what happened, Master? Is we sick? Is we hurt, boss? Right? I don't give a fuck what happens to them. We can't get into power until we stop caring about our oppressors more than we care about ourselves. That's slavery. We place more punishment on the word faggot than the word nigger. So now, I'm not a nigger, I'm a god. That's not a bitch, that's a goddess. So now, you say anti-Semitic. Well, how can I be anti-Semitic when y'all not even Jew? We're the real Jewish people. We're God's chosen people. But there's no education that's informing and educating us on who we are. We have to stop pushing this agenda of punishment for ownership. There's no punishment for ownership. There's only opportunity. There's no punishment for independence. There's only opportunity for ownership. I'm God's child, the devil's op. I'm protected by my father. I don't have more faith in the weapons of the devil against God's defense, right? God's protection. So we understand that. And we have conversations like that. And then we create institutions that teach little black boys how to be confident, how to have morals, how to have values. We have institutions in place that teach little black girls how to respect black men, how to value black men, how to love black men. It ain't about no fucking check. You can't give me nothing to be a traitor. You can't give our woman nothing to trade our man. You can't give our man nothing to trade their masculinity. That has to be taught. I'm not owned by the white man. I don't give a fuck about the white man. And I've learned that when you put the devil in the car and let him play chicken versus God, you're gonna see who comes out the car wash and who ends up in the car wreck.
Now, everything that the young man said, the smart guy said, like, it sounds good to unlearn people. People who haven't traveled. People who have just been pretty much stationary. Growing up, they only know Harlem. They only know America. The best thing about America is that you can get an American passport and you can move around. And once you start moving around and being amongst other type of people that had absolutely nothing to do with what went on in America with black people and white people, your mentality towards other people will begin to change. But you gotta travel. You gotta get out away. You gotta get out of that box for your mind to expand, for your heart to expand. You don't have to be anti everybody else to be pro-black. Because that way you're isolating yourself. You don't need allies. You're that strong to where you don't need other God-fearing people that come from other backgrounds and ethnicities and religions. You don't need them in this world against the devil. You're highly mistaken if you feel like you don't need people of other ethnicities and other backgrounds. I sympathize and empathize with any people throughout the globe that are being oppressed, that are being treated unfairly. That's who God body is. God body sympathizes and empathizes with anybody that is being mistreated. Now, my main focus may be on my own people at the moment, that I can't help you until we help ourselves. I'm not in a position to help nobody until we help ourselves. But any kind of way, I'll never say F this person or F them, and those people haven't done anything to me. What I would say is that, yeah, I see what's going on over there in Palestine. I see what's going on over there in Gaza. I see how they're being treated. I see their children being starved out. I see their buildings being bombed, and I empathize with them and I pray for them. I mention them in my prayers. But right now, my main focus is on what's going on with me right here in Harlem, in Philly, in Detroit, in Memphis, in New York, in Chicago, in these cities over here where I'm from. We have to take care of our business and put ourselves in a position so one day maybe we can then speak on what's going on in Gaza. But it's not F them, not with me. It might be with him. See, it's many different types of people in the world. And many people will probably follow Smart Guy. But me and my people, we PFG, we people for God. And when I say people, I mean all people. And I don't care who you are. If you want to challenge me on what I'm saying, feel free. I'll debate anybody, Zoom calls and all. Because one thing I do know, when it comes to the situation of black people in America, all skin folk, what they say, ain't kinfolk. And if you can't agree with that, then you fooling yourself. You romanticizing race. You're not going to last long if you think it ain't no spiritually snakish people that's dressed up in the same melanated skin as you are. And I'm going to leave you with another thing before I get out of here. The righteous white man and white woman, although they were very few in comparison to how many people it was in the United States, the righteous white man and the righteous white woman were Harriet Tubman's Underground Railroad. They were the Underground Railroad. Think about that. And I'm taking all challenges in a debate because I stand on truth and I stand on righteousness. It doesn't make any difference who you are. If you disagree, debate me. King Flip, PFG is the way, all day, every day.
Reason now.
Back to earth for you now.
Yeah, forget all that stupid. They're out in the open. They're openly driving the bus, and we're all in the back.
There is no national conspiracy to buy elections and control America. Now talk about back to earth. Conspiracy, but
You
because
don't need a formal conspiracy.
Right.
When interests converge, these people went to the same universities and fraternities. They're on the
It's
same
very
boards of
simple.
directors. They're on the same country clubs. They have like interests. They don't need to call a meeting. They know what's good for them.
It's a
and they're getting it. And there used to be 7 oil companies. There are now 3. It will soon be 2. The things that matter in this country have been reduced in choice. There are 2 political parties. There are a handful of insurance companies. There are about 6 or 7 information things. But if you want a bagel, there are 23 flavors because you have the illusion. You have the illusion of choice. Right.
now people really important. There's no freedom of choice.
Now, they're not even trying to conceal it anymore. The owners of the country they bought got their